Alright guys, come here, welcome back to Langrisser and News from the Future. So alright, has been missing this for quite some times, but however, before we anyone who views through this video, do note that the following is going to be the spoiler for the story of the Langrisser 3.0 to 5.0 saga ending. So if you're keen to know either the minor or the major spoiler, you have been told. And of course, if you do not want to know any more of this, well, feel free to just mute the video and watch to the end to help me get some more views. So alright, or if not, well, you can really just close this video if you want to avoid the spoilers. So are you guys ready? Okay, let's get started. So just a quick sharing. So what you're looking at right now is overall I'm gonna share that what you have seen on the anniversary video trailer that I have shared with you guys is totally different from what is actually happening from the in-game itself. So first off, I gotta say I am definitely disappointed, and this is what has been the first pictures of the thing you can see. So the whole thing looks cool here. It looks like what is shown on the trailer, that Wet Ham has been standing on top of the hills of Nolan and waving his Alhazard, trying to fuse and combine with Lord Chaos himself. So instead of the usual trend of just summoning the presence of Chaos, this time around, so how they reach here is that initially they are supposed to fail. However, before they are supposed to fail, Wet Ham tells the Awakener that it is time that with all the power of different dimensions that she gathered, it's time to release all the powers and to summon the presence of Chaos himself. And yup, is at this point that they didn't show us exactly, but is strongly hint that it's kind of like a lot of powers of different dimensions has been trapped or gathered inside the Awakeners, aka Chaos Yani. So she kind of sacrificed herself and used her body as a portal. So and fuse all universe of all the parallel universe and open as a gate, and thus allows Wet Ham to summon Chaos to this realm, or should I say the only realm that has not yet been either destroyed or conquered by Chaos. So yup, the current timeline, or this timeline that we have been playing, it is strongly hinted or said to be the only universe that is the only last one standing that has not yet been destroyed or conquered by Chaos and his minions or his subordinates. And well, basically we just as a portal opens, and with a swing of whether this is a real or fake Alhazard on his hand, so Chaos descends and just straight right up they fuse on the spot. And it's not like when you play the Gate of Fate, you'll be able to see Wet Ham get to communicate with Chaos, or the etc. that I've been previously shown about the story of apotheosis, aka the fused form of Wet Ham and Chaos. And then they descend and gotta give credits to one characters. And right up when apotheosis descend and he falls into. Okay, not sure if we're able to see here. Okay, we are not able to see that there's no illustrations. There's no direct illustrations for apotheosis except from the trailer itself. So upon descending, the one that is standing with the protagonist team, including protagonist team, is Mashu, Almeida, Grenier, Werner, Mariandale, Mariandale's brother, McLean, and Grenshu and Sagney. So they are the one like standing at that point of time, and right off the stand, apotheosis kind of I guess the slang is he diss both Veneer and Grenier, saying that everyone here is either they are like a superhuman with possessing power, or they are heroes or law or kings. However, Veneer and Grenier is just commoners, mortal. So in case you guys are wondering, like I'm not sure did I say wrong, but Werner is what I have called Sigma 2.0 in my older videos. So he actually straight right out and this that both of them are considered commoners now or mortals. They cannot do anything to gods. However, well, Sigma 2.0, best go with that. Sigma 2.0 insists that even with the power model, they can stand against gods. And not to mention, he has that family treasure blade. And then Grenier also said the same thing to disagree back with apotheosis. And you guys will be surprised when it comes out from your individual region. Apotheosis only this Werner. However, when he is trying to diss or despise, look down, anti Grenier, Grenier is the one that apotheosis straight right up cast to looks like a semi or if not a full blown again Grenier, and at the time, based on the image, it is not an SP form. So Grenier managed to tank two blown from apotheosis, whether it's full or not. But that definitely is a combined form of wet ham with chaos. That is very cool. I'm not gonna show the video here to just fully spoil you, so it's gonna be like a more of a minor spoiler or partial spoiler. And he also dissed Aimida because at this point he already feels with chaos. He challenged Aimida to summon the goddess Luceris to actually fuse with Aimida to go for actual final battle where he's gonna give despair to the world. But sadly, to his disappointment, to Apotheosis' disappointment, that Aimida merely summoned or just let Luceris to possess a body for a while to, well, just kind of like a trash talk. And that's it. And then the battle with the protagonist just begins. So it is a kind of like a slightly mess up. I would say compared to the 2.0 full story arc where we see the Transcendence, aka Gizarov. If you guys remember, he is the one who's trying to be the Exceeder or the Transcendence that he cloned and make characters like Alpha, Mu, and Epsilon. That the creator, the guy with the old mustache, the guy who always laugh with eh, eh, eh. hair. So yeah, if you remember this, you remember who the hell this is. So apparently they kind of did more justice for the Transcenders, aka Gizarov 2.0, than Apotheosis, because if you guys can remember that the 2.0 towards the ending storyline, that when Gizarov become his 2.0 version, his young, like a younger self, or he want to say someone, yeah, okay, his younger self, before the final battle with um, our protagonist Mashu and his co-workers, he managed to kind of defeat, or he has a battle. He's like a pre-battle with Epsilon, who holds on to Al Hazard, and then after defeating him, if I'm not wrong, he managed to snatch Al Hazard from him, or he just leave it there because he felt that there is no longer need. Then also the King of the Red Moon, aka Lane Force 2.0, also not able to do much against him. And then he managed to proceed to have a final battle with the protagonist team before they managed to overwhelm him and won. So Apotheos's battle is very short-lived. It's only just one scene where he battled the protagonist at Nolan, and it's very short-lived because it's a triple battle. So one is a battle with Apotheosis. Second is on the battleship of the reincarnation site, which is from Ares, his spaceship. So apparently, it is the battle of the possessed Licorice, aka the female bozo. So the female bozo will take Brenda and Elma 2.0 as a possessed hostage. You're supposed to fight them there. Then and the third battle is just the battle with Mashu, and apparently the third one, it's you got to choose. So it's a either you have a third battle or you just have only two. So the third battle is gonna be like a final battle with Mashu Zareda 2.0 against Wetham, which I'm gonna touch on to that later on. So this first part here, as you can see, so Wetham take control into Apotheosis. Then apparently he was defeated. However, it was then they just said that Apotheosis, the Apotheosis that they have defeated is just one out of the variant from his multiverse. So they will still come back, blah blah blah. Then there's the next part. Oops, not this. Yep, this is the one. So as you can see, this is the final battle. So apparently, after Licorice or the female bozo that possess her is defeated, then apparently it's at the same time that when Apotheosis appeared, because after the sacrifice embodiment of Awakener, that she sacrificed herself to open the portal. So after Licorice was defeated, at the same time that behind her the portal in the skies appeared. So chaos appeared. This should be the actual final battle that they have been trying to fight against chaos, but it does not do anything to him because this is the true combined chaos of all the multiverse. So they try to fight, but it's not doing too much damage. Except the only weapon that can defeat chaos is known as the weapon known as Canon Azar Celsus. I'm sorry if I mispronounced or mistranslated it. Based on the text said by Florentia 2.0, initially she is a magical cannon that she gathered or she created with Connor. to get a large amount of mana to we say to be able to destroy God and the devil chaos himself. So basically you can just think of that they managed to man make um, what the Lunarian managed to create, like the technology from Lane Force, Belia. So it's like a man-made Belia, a power that is so strong that it can destroy God themselves. So, but however, at this time they do not have enough mana to spare because Chaos and his co-workers managed to took most of it. And it is at this time suddenly Ares appeared. So Ares just suddenly appeared through a time rift portal. Everyone thought he came back. So Elma and Brenda saw him. They they saw him come back. Especially Elma 2.0, she's definitely very happy to see Ares. She thought he's back to save everyone, honor his word, blah blah blah. However, Brenda, who is part of one of the creator, the alien technology, one of the creators from of Langrisser and Hazard, she knows that the Ares that they have saw right now is currently the spiritual form, as his physical body has been destroyed. However, this Ares right now is just a spiritual form that has been kind of like summoned or being sustained by Langrisser himself. So Ares managed to defeat Bozo and kind of separate Bozo, the female Bozo, from Licorice's body. However, the greatest threat right now is actually this summoned embodiment of not embodiment but the true chaos himself. So the only way they can do is to make use of Langrisser to use as a main power source to power the god killer weapon that Florentia 2.0 created. And I'm not sure if it is it's gonna be slightly emotional here. So pardon me. During the conversations, if you guys saw in the region, apparently I saw it in the Chinese version, and I'm not sure if they will try to retranslate it or patch things up for the other region. But I'm just gonna give you guys almost word for word from what I can remember based on the CN version itself. So apparently, based on what Ares said is, I've come back to save everyone and honor my word as a king and also as a brother, as a family for everyone here. Basically, kind of a slightly joke around. You kind of see like the original version of Ares himself. So he's gonna be helping everyone with everyone's help and also not to let down everyone hope and trust. Then he did say, and also for Florentia, I'm not sure where she is or wherever she is. So personally, I just feel sad. I gotta say, Florentia is definitely like one of the best waifu you can get, being like a game, real life, or an anime thing. But she's someone who actually worked for the dreams of the person she likes, and I think based on the word I read, I'm not sure if Aries actually knows she's actually she's actually dead in the game, but the way he sounds, and the way the frame when you look his face don't look like he's that sad. He's just like um oblivious about he does not know about her death, which is kind of sad. And then so Then, last but not least, like I say, it's really emotional and sad for this part that this is one of the girls that love him the most, and he kind of don't know what is going on. I mean, I can't blame him because he has been hurt and damaged by awakeners back in the past and thrown into the dimensional reef. Then then apparently Bozo is quite puzzled about how he managed to come back, though he hinted, is it SP Mashu who managed to open the time reef to save him. However, I having that said from Bozo, Zilong did not Tim Zilong did not give us a true answer. I gotta say overall this finale has a lot of unanswered questions. I think I'll bring it to the end. So Ares did not answer Bozo. He just defeat him and save Licorice. Then he just tell Brenda and the rest of the team who is on board of the ship, like Connor, Caroline, to basically use the sword's power and shoot against chaos. And this is the next part I'm gonna show you guys. And yep, in case you're wondering, it is Ares who tried to use his sword while he's alive to power up the battleship to use a true power to destroy chaos. Sadly, the answer is no. So apparently he's using his power and soul. So definitely, I believe due to the power of what we play in Langrisser, you can still summon the hero even after death, based on the settings. However, at this point of time, what Brenda actually hint to us is that as long as the Langrisser that Ares is holding is still on the ship, he can keep on manifest himself. So that's a word, manifest himself as a living entity to kind of live with them. However, choosing to use the power of Langrisser to empower the spaceship to use the super cannon. I'm just gonna call it super cannon. Will just deprive of all the power from Langrisser and will not allow him to manifest anymore. But Ares, as a king, smiles and said, "This is his duty as a hero, a king, and a brother to Licorice to make sure everyone is safe, and he will be glad to honor and sacrifice his well-being." And it was at that time not just his own people on board of the ship, but after the battle with Apotheosis, the four kings, the four king of their own territory, Azusa, lost them. Then the new king, the Dark Elf, then followed by Grand Yu, they all gathered and witnessed the sacrifice of Ares, and they all also try to charge, kind of like, again, the scene was not well shown or played. It kind of hinted everyone charge their power, and together with Langrisser's own mana, they managed to overpower the super cannon. And as you can see from this picture here, the super blast charge against chaos. So okay, sorry, give me a moment. I'm trying to get the name of. Uh, okay, sorry. So the third king, the land of the dark elf, is now the king is Shion. So it's Lostem, Shion, Azusa, and Grand Shield. They are all at the spaceships together. They just charged all their remaining power, and everyone charge and activate their super cannon here and destroy. Okay, sorry, they did not destroy. The power is apparently still not strong enough to destroy Chaos, because Chaos has been his strongest form ever. The only thing they are able to do is just purely push him back uh, away from this dimension. So the only thing right now they can do after all this sacrifice is just merely pushing Chaos behind this door to this dimension. So just purely trap him back to his other dimensions. And that's it. So this is a second arc. So the third arc, which is apparently a double ending. So you guys will get to choose to after Apotheosis' defeat, Wetham is still alive. He managed to try to retreat at the gate, the dimensional gate, while he tried to taunt Zeridas 2.0 and the normal Mashu that he'll be back. He will just hide for some time and he'll make a comeback with the power of chaos. So at this time you have two ending, because Zeridas 2.0 will stand at the gate and tell Mashu that this is a final battle. It's a duty to slay Wetham and stop this madness, or at least this is the only way she can help to save this dimension, to make sure Wetham will not make a comeback with chaos to this dimension, so they can seal off the door, because once they enter this door, they cannot open from the other side. So when she said this, you get to have the option either to one, stay with your friends Aimida and Grenier and go back to your homeland, or two, you can chase after Zeridas 2.0 and stay with her, and you'll be trapped on the other side, or the time reef of nowhere till the end, till death do them apart. So you get to choose the option. So let's see the second picture. So right, this is the second option. You get to choose. So later on we will be going through on this first option. I wish I took another snapshot of the game, because apparently from this Langrisser data bank, they only show one of the ending. They're trying to keep something mystery about it. But let's go through on the second option, is that you will choose to go to the other side of the door, or other side of the gate with Zeridas 2.0 to be with her forever. You do not want to lose her. So Mashu go into the other dimensions with Zeridas 2.0. They are fighting at the dimension of nowhere, or to the path of chaos. So Wetham is happy to see Mashu is stupid enough to follow him to the gate, as what he claimed he's dumb enough to go there, because Wetham will try to steal Mashu's body to gain back more power and come back to this universe they are at right now to dominate them, because there will be no one to stop him. And the reason he is in need to steal his Mashu body right now is because as Chaos retreat from this universe, wet hand powers is generally degrading, and that's the same said for Zeridas 2.0 because he's created by wet hand powers. So if you guys remember the story, so apparently this time around Mashu and Zeridas 2.0 decide to fight together since they are all stuck here together. Then they manage to defeat Wetham, and since Wetham is dying this time around, he gladly said to Mashu that since you do not accept me, blah blah blah, etc., I'm willing to let you kill me because he's no longer able to get help from chaos on one side, and on the other side, personally, I just feel that the story sounds a bit I'm not sure, is this like a bromance or a bit gay? He said, on the other hand, all he wants is kind of like they did hint throughout the story that he wanted to be accepted or recognized by Mashu, but Mashu always ignore this feeling. He just feel that there is no chance of him becoming like Wetham, and he is not like Wetham. However, is at this final moment, instead of slaying him, Mashu choose to absorb him into his body, and it is at this final moment he finally or truly become SP Mashu and stay with Zeridas 2.0. And this is kind of like a hinting to the fans. I believe moving forward, if the fans do not want the story of our Langrisser and protagonist, this first batch of protagonist stories to end and want them to come back, I believe the Team Zilong will get them to vote because at this point right now, as you can see, you guys have been seeing this picture for quite some time now. After hearing me speak, Zerida did say, "Stupid Mashu, now that you are stuck here with me, you can no longer go back and meet up with Grenier and Aimida and your other friends. What are you going to do? Are you just going to die here with me?" Or, however, SB Mashu said that, no, Zerida, with the power we had right now, even though we are not able to go back to meet up with our original universe friend, however, we do know that Chaos has either control or destroy the other universe with his power. With our pirate power right now, we are great combinations or combinations. We can go to all these other realms to save the other universe with the power that we had in our hand. We will do what we can as much as possible with what we had right now until the day maybe we pass on. This kind of this is like a kind of loosely translated as that. So long story short, it means that despite they're not able to return to their original universe, they will travel to other universe to try to help those that has been dominated by chaos and to relieve them from his control. Because the only one that is not destroyed or dominated by chaos right now is the original Mashu universe. So they just at this point, this second path ends the loosely ends the story here without further elaborating every individual characters from um, this Langrisser 3.0 to 5.0 characters. They didn't talk much about their futures or etc. So okay, the following things let's just move on to the first option ending first. Then before we will talk about some of things they miss out and also um, other characters details and information. So okay, here we go. So ta-da! Here you go. So this is the first option, and yep, you saw it right. What you saw right now is an sorry, what you see right now is an older version of Mashu. So okay, be patient and hear me out. So okay, after the first option is that you decided to let Zeritas 2.0 to go through the gate or door herself while you remain at your universe to stay with your comrades. But this is a path which is I believe this first option sounds may not be realistic. So how this thing came to actually is that if I'm not wrong, because of the separations of Mashu's power with Chaos, this is just my deduction. Mashu do not have his demon blood's power, and he kind of one either become a normal mortal or two he have lived very far and long into the future. The old Mashu right now we see are actually back into the original village that they once lived and start their journey as the heroic trio. So at this point of time, when he's staying at this town, apparently you just wake up, you just came up to a scene where you just open your eyes, where you just wake up and you just become an old man, and then some young lady pounder and get curious, why are you sitting or living here alone? If you need help, etc., etc. Apparently, she also fill him up about some history of this town. So they say this history was found. This town is actually the original place of the hero Grenier and the heroine prophet Aimida, and also the Lone Ranger Mashu, whom actually helped save the universe or the world of Elsilid, Yellers, and now Gay Pais. They are the legendary trio who help save the world, and Grenier eventually, throughout his life, managed to make their hometown to become expand and prosper, and he's viewed as a great hero. Then Aimida has been known as a great prophet and building the ties around the world between El Salid, Yellers, and also Gay Pies. And it has been strongly hinted that she might or may have ended up with Sagni, the younger brother of Granshu. Even though they kind of tease Sagni in the story, it may have hinted that Sagni kind of like Aimida because apparently she managed to help him during the whole saga, and also towards the end apparently Aimida is saying that she can't feel her power in Gay Pais. Not sure if she's losing her power as the great saintess or either she's losing the power because she's staying at the continent for too long, or for some reason, Luceris is maybe trying to let her go. And then, after saying the whole story here, Mashu just pondered to himself that despite the three of them were granted as hero, he's the only one left. So Aimida and Grenier might have passed away for a very long time. And as you can hear from this story, that apparently it sounds like the way they put it is Aimida, unlike Jessica, she do not get reincarnated and reborn to be able to see Mashu. And then last but not least is greatly I believe that Aimida really lose her power and maybe become a model because at this time, uh, at this last point of time, as Mashu give a great big sign and said, despite living such a long life and also a lonely life, and always staying from this village, looking afar, he will truly never be able to wait for the person that he truly want to return to meet up with, and that is hinted to be as Zeridas or Zeridas 2.0. And then at his final moment, he closed his eye and he passed away. So yep, I kid you guys not, when you play this up, he passed away, and then suddenly there is this voice who said she is willing to help him, and to your surprise, it is not Aimida or Jessica, it is Angelica. So yep, to everyone's surprise, apparently Angelica seems to be the one who have lived the longest, and she helped Mashu to fulfill his wish, which is to, and as you can see here, is two young, yep, is two young couples, and that is the young Mashu and a young Zarida. So apparently, Angelica, they do not really give a proper answer. They just shown that as we Mashu, after he closed his eyes, supposedly he should have passed on. Instead, a time rift open or a dimension rift open, and he is kind of strongly hint from those anime trend right now. He has been officially been reincarnated. He has been reincarnated in his young 13 to 15-year-old self, and back in this town they live at, and then he's holding on to a lousy sword, a lousy weapon, just a normal iron sword. And it is at this moment this girl known as Zarida bump into him and urge him to be in a hurry to go to this school, this hero school, like a hero academy, and if they should go together, and it's nice to meet him. Oh gosh, sorry, a little emotional here, but yep, is at this time this kind of both of them has been known as like a reincarnated version of themselves. So if you hear or have seen what I have taught early on, so the second option is that Zeridas will go to the other dimension and fight with Wet Ham, and their power are degrading or diminishing, and because if Zeridas kill off Wet Ham, she'll die too because her power is from came from Wet Ham himself. So if she kill Wet Ham, she'll die too, and thus the gate to this universe will be fully sealed. And if the second options happen without Mashu interfering, this shows that Zeridas will really die as a spirit, and thus I believe this first option is like kind of like a loop. It may be a loop or it may be an option so that if Mashu didn't follow her, Zeridas will die and Mashu will eventually die, and with Angelica's help, both of them get reincarnated, and this is the last illustration that is not shown by the Langrisser data bank, which is apparently the first option, and Mashu will once again, this time around, being reincarnated and meet up with the girls of his dream, and they'll go to this like a hero academy together, and all ends well for them. So as you can see, so the first option is becoming together after they both die and reincarnate with Angelica's help. Then this is for the young self ending, and on the second option is that them as a characters who is more mature but not yet adult manage to stay together and travel to the other multiverse to save um, other peoples and characters from the claws of chaos. So either way, Mashu will finally be able to be with Zeridas. Um, However, as you can see, for me, it may not be a great or true ending because this either way, either option is that it's just like Zilong just push for the ending for the sake of giving Mashu and Zeridas together and leaving out the rest. So the only way for them to be together is like either both of them are together, but they will not be able to be with their friends, or if not, after everyone dies, everyone they know dies, and then they reincarnated, then they can be together. So overall, as a Langrisser fan who have been with them for like this 5 whole years, I gotta say and admit I like um, all all the characters. It is it. I'm definitely feel happy for Mashu to be um, able to be with um, all the sick girls he likes. But at the same time, I can't help but feel sad for Aimidas too that she never get to be with now mostly hinted to be Mashu that she liked, and of course I also miss the ongoing gag. And apparently after this following events, the only way we can see them is through the following events here because after this 5.0, the 6.0 story is heavily or mainly focused on the Echo of Toy War, which is for Roland's and Priscilla's story arc. But I definitely hope that fans will urge that Team Mashu's story to our legacies to continue and well carry on. And last but not least, I'm not sure this is considered official or the fan art, and this is something that the Langrisser mobile app present to all fans or confirm good characters who have survived the Langrisser 3.0 to 5.0 ordeals. I gonna say this kind of like a more of a fan, but you can see most of the people who are actually who are actual surviving members. And here we go. So okay, if you guys looks true, I'm gonna personally feel they definitely left out one or two characters which are more side. Those who are still seen here are kind of like playing a major role. So as you can see, from left to right, McLean, the mystery rider, aka Landa's big sister, Angelica, then Lisa, Zida, Loston, Azusa, Clorate, then on the left to right again, Helena, Alastro, King of Rickmoon, Sagni, Grenier, Aimida, Vener, Shion, Oboro, then Mew, then okay, oh gosh, forgot his name, Brenda's friend. Then on the right is Mariandel, then CC White, Oliver, then Mew, Grand Shu, Brenda 2.0, Elma 2.0, and Oliver's sister. So these are the characters that have been always playing a major role in the 2.0 to 5.0 saga. Then as for certain side characters like Vincent, I'm definitely sure that Vincent did not die. He's just heavily injured, but he's considered like a not good or not bad. He's just working for the sake of um, correcting his mistake. Then so as you guys can see, they did not really shown here, but I guess from what we have seen here that characters like Hilda and Florentia are truly dead. One two or three of those best waifu, and also Rosalia. For some reason, they didn't really say how she died of sickness or age, because she should be only 30 plus if she traveled from the reincarnation faction story to this current ordeal. But apparently, um, well, stupid Zilong just kind of just write off her date. Then as you can see, Caroline and Connor are still alive, but they are not shown here because they are not like characters playing a major role. If not, they are more or less like a gag role, because they're just kind of like a Team Rocket characters who always lose. But these are definitely the confirmed surviving important group characters. The four heavenly kings of Gay Pies, and also the surviving members of Gillas, and that's it. So a lot of things not explained. Initially, Tim Zilong kind of gave fans some hint, writing something like chaos is trapping. I'm not sure where that came from. If it's fake, I apologize. But initially, it's hint that Hilda is being held on by chaos and being tortured. Then, second thing, if towards the 2.0 saga, if you guys actually remember that initially Vincent is supposed to die in the ordeal, but because another favorite waifu, Elucia, also known as the Great White Swan, who is the advisor for Oliver and his sister, in the end, she and Vincent, she's just heavily wounded, and Vincent died trying to save her, but in the end, as Alhazard is nearby, Zarida actually asked if she really loved Vincent and want to trade her soul for him to let him live, and she'll need to stay or live in Alhazard with them. And supposedly, but all this has not been elaborate further. I guess this is the great downside. Then last but not least, if you guys remember, be it 1.0 or 2.0 ending, Zilong did kind of elaborate like the side characters, what they do, what they did, what they're going to do. They will try to rebuild the the kingdom, their fallen kingdom, damaged by Bozo or by Gizarov. They will work to fulfill the dreams of their predecessors who died, like Cloris gonna help fulfill the wish of Empress Rose and Seal, etc., etc. However, this 3.0 to 5.0 story just leave a lot of unfinished business. They do not elaborate on all the side character story. Like I say, they do not go much further on King of Rick Moons and Lucretia, and then apparently Lucretia, which is the bad guy, apparently she survived all this. They didn't elaborate too much on what happened to them. They just left with it. Apparently, you can find out a little bit more from the Interstellar Quest. However, based on what I read, it has still not been fully touched on or elaborated on. The only thing we know is that they survive, and that's it. Then, what about the four kings, the heavenly four kings of Gay Pies? What are they doing? What with Sida's gonna do with Lissa, etc. Then, what will they do for this land? Because apparently, despite everything, Gay Pies is known as the dark cage of Highland, or Highland of the dark cage of darkness of the land, which is apparently the source of chaos. Whether there is really any actual detailed chance of chaos coming back, and what our protagonist team will try to do to prevent that from ever happening. A lot of has not been touched on or elaborated on. So I gotta say, one, this time around, Zilong just hastily finished the story of the dragon for so long, or maybe they do not have heart to carry on any further for Mashu's storyline, or two, there is still room for this Mashu story to continue and carry on in the future. Definitely, I definitely hope things can still carry on in the future. It's not, if not, it's definitely gonna feel very sad because a lot of things has not been explained or shown. But personally, because of the multiverse theory, speaking from SP Mashu and Zeridas 2.0, I'm gonna presume that they will, or they might be playing a role in the echo of Toy War. This is what I hope. And then also Grenier and Aimida, who will never leave her lovers, and Grenier on the other hand, his best buddy behind, to find a way to travel and find them or assist and help them. Well, all things definitely will need to come to the end, but overall, as a fan, I gotta express and say that I do not wish that to just end this way. So, okay, I'm not sure if I leave out any more stuff. If I do, maybe I'll just make another video next time. But with that said, we have come to the end, and gotta apologize that this video is just only a few pictures, showcasing of pictures. Well, you guys have to hear me rant if you guys manage to watch from the start to the end. But thank you guys for watching, and what did you guys think? Share about your opinion below. But before I end that, I gotta say Tim DeLong did things dirty for characters like Florentiers, and especially for the reincarnation protagonist storyline. They kind of just use them as a sacrificial pawn to, or sacrifice them as a plot device to write a story, because a lot of um, great characters either loosely written or just let them die off. This is I guess it's very sad or very bad of them. But what did you guys think? Leave it down in the comment sections below if you managed to um, follow and watch to the end for this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching this video. This coming. See you guys, and goodbye.